fixing to play devil's advocate here, folks. Sorry, Sammy fans, but it is what it is. What am I talking about? Come back. What is going on, folks? JJ here. As you know, I've been covering the Sammy Gravano and Mikey Scars thing. I've been covering Sammy since I started into the mob to genre thingy. But anyway, I've done a lot of videos on Sammy. I love his stories. I really do. You know, I know everybody's got their opinion about Sammy. So this is what's going to make this a little bit more interesting. I've been hearing from Mikey Scars fans. So what I've decided to do, I like Mikey Scars. I know he don't like Sammy, whatever. That's not my beef. It's their thing. But for me to be fair and across the board, I have to look at things from both perspectives and ask questions. Now, I'm still on the first episode of the Ravenite tapes that Mikey Scars basically translates for RJ Rogers and you, the viewers, of what he thought or his opinion of what John Gotti was saying. I've already covered the Robert DiBernardo hit, in which I kind of over jumped that a little bit. I should have just said, you know, this is what he was thinking at the time, or this is what Mikey thought he was thinking at the time, and interjected the Angelo Ruggiero point of it. That's what I should have done. Kind of messed up on that a little bit. I'm sorry to the Mikey Scar fans, Sammy fans, and then to Team Scars himself. But here we go. In that episode, he was talking about where John was talking about Sammy was building up basically a small army. This is what Mikey was saying. Sammy was building up a small army. He was taking money. He was whacking people and getting their stuff. So my question was Sammy really building an army? And where could you come up with that? Or as an outsider, okay, where could you come up with that? Well, if you go back and you look at Sammy, when he talked about Frankie DeChico helping John Gotti take out Castellano and taking over the family, what did Sammy say? That him and Frankie had agreed if John didn't work out for a year, they would take him out. They would take over the family. So that's some pretty big ambitions in that life. We know that for some reason Tonto Arello retired. Maybe he saw the writing on the wall, afraid he was going to be next. I don't think Sammy would have done anything to him. I don't think John would have done anything to Tonto Arello. I think Tonto would have been safe. But Tonto decided to step away from him. I think that was one of the first things after the Castellano hit that hurt Sammy. But I digress. And that's another subject for a different day. Okay, so but leave it up there. But what if Sammy, after watching John being in the spotlight, after having to fix trials for him so he could be acquitted or have a hung jury, what if Sammy was thinking about or planning to take over the family? That is a possibility. That's something that's not really been discussed a lot that I can see in circles. But what if Sammy was looking to take over the family? And in his mind, for the best interest of the family. Because John was putting them on the spotlight. Sammy wasn't well known with the FBI until John Gotti. So what if that was the plan? And what if Frank LaCasio was in on it or thinking about it too? We'll go along with Sammy, and John called him out. So we're asking what he's doing, what's going on here. I'm putting Frankie on the spot. We know that's a cutthroat business. Now, I'm not saying Sammy was doing that. Don't get me wrong, folks. Don't listen. Again, I am not saying Sammy was going to do that. And I'm not saying that Mikey Scars was lying or over exaggerating things. I'm saying, what if that was the case? What if Sammy was going to take over the family or try to? He had the power. He had what, the biggest crew, one of the biggest crews in the Gambino family. He had the muscle. He had people capable of hitting. He had the crew, really, if you think about it, had the crew to take out a chin or a gas pipe if he needed to. And I still say this to this day, that they were playing stupid about gas pipe and chin retaliating for the Castellano hit. I don't think Sammy or John were that stupid. I think they knew they were behind it. They just couldn't prove it. Excuse me. So anyway, there's another angle to look at. Was Sammy going to take over the family? And there's a possibility he was. There's a possibility he wasn't. That's just questions that we, as fans of the genre, should be asking and getting answers on. I'm fixing to head the hell on out here. Just food for thought. Was Sammy going to do it? Was that Mikey's intentions of saying? We don't know. Mikey would have to answer that himself. Sammy would have to answer that. And it would be up to us to believe either one, believe both, or just go into a different direction. That's what's up to us. Anyway, if you're new to the channel, you've been here before, and you haven't hit that subscribe button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so that way when I drop a computer video or a mafia-related video, actual Mob 2 related video, you'll be notified. And if you don't mind, please hit the like button. And please leave a comment. Be respectful. Show some restraint, but give me your honest opinion on what you think. Am I going overboard with it? Am I going off the rails? Am I close to the truth, or was it a possibility? Or give me the reasons why you think that's not the possibility. Okay, but like I said before, he was talking about him and Frankie thought about it. If John didn't work out in a year, they're going to take over the family. John did put the family in the spotlight a lot. Sammy did have to fix his trials for him. Sammy did go to him about hits, and he did them. A lot of ground to cover. You've got two sides of the story. Sammy's and Mikey's now the only one who can decipher what John was saying. So there's 2 points of view that you can look at. And it's up to you if you want to believe either one or not believe in both. But remember, that world was treacherous. Anyway, I'm out of here. Just remember, when it comes to doing the right thing, helping others out, making this world a better place, try it. You know why? Because it really does work. It really does. And I'm out of here. Keep it cloudy, folks. Keep it cloudy.